everybody. Welcome to the Cologne podcast. My name is Mike.
And my name is Ryan.
And we're just two best friends going on a fragrance journey, smelling fragrances recommended by friends of the podcast, and giving you our uneducated opinion.
That's right. Today, we're actually going to be putting our noses on a fragrance requested by a man named Danny via Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And it is a lengthy one. So everybody, buckle in, get ready, because he has a lot to say.
Before you get into the email, Ryan, what fragrance is it?
It is Carolina Herrera's CH for men, or CH men, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Now that you know, guys, buckle up, because we're getting into a long one.
Yes. Very articulate. And I have to give this guy some kudos for actually having the fortitude to push his fingers through whatever gauntlet he had to write this email.
It would have had to have been speak to text, because this thing is like Cecil B. DeMille's 10 Commandments. Goes on and on and on.
All right, here we go. Actually, cue some music for this, because we're going to need a little something for this. And the DM reads, review Carolina Herrera CH for men. That's it.
Well, you've got it, Danny. We're reviewing CH for men for you, Danny. Thanks for hitting us up on Instagram.
Yeah, I said, you know what? We actually have that. We'll do it. He said, wow, you replied. I said, hey, that's how we roll. So we're going to do it.
Well, let me tell you how William Chester rolls from Fragrantica, because he's got something to say about CH men.
Go ahead.
Turns my stomach. I'm not saying it's a not nice fragrance. I actually like the smell.
What?
It's just far too cloying, which I guess it's going to be fucking sweet.
God.
Because within 10 minutes of application, I feel sick.
Damn.
Let me check. Is this Ryan's Altica?
I was just telling Mike we were kind of, prepping for this episode, and I was looking at some of the notes, and I go, oh, God. Every time I see the note where it's like the two sugar cubes stacked on each other, I'm like, it's going to be terrible. I think Paco Rabanne or something.
Oh, okay. Well, this is definitely not Paco Rabanne.
No. Well, before we get into today's episode, first we need to do a one-night stand review.
Yeah.
Of
Joe Malone's Myrrh and Tonka.
Hit the music, Todd.
Yeah. One night stand review.
All right, Ryan. After spraying on that unisex fragrance of Myrrh and Tonka, leaning a little bit to the feminine side, are you going to skip it, sample it, or buy it after you spent the night rolling around in the sheets with it?
I think it's definitely still a sample. I think that's what we said last time. The reason why it could be a sample to a buy. It just depends on the person. But I will say this. I think me and you collectively, I think one was on air and I think one was off air. But me and Mike have smelled a couple of Joe Malones, and it does seem to fit the stereotype most people put out that they kind of just, I guess, evaporate pretty quickly.
Yeah. They definitely burn out a lot faster than fading away.
Yeah, I mean, they generally smell good, but yeah, that happens. But this one, I will say, I was pleasantly surprised, one, that it was actually not overbearing, but it was loud enough and that it actually had some staying power.
It performed very well on our skin.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is that. It was a skip from me. For me specifically, yes, continues to be a skip, but I really do recommend that the ladies of the audience try it out. Give it a sample. Go to myfragrancesamples.com if you're in the US, Canada, or Puerto Rico. I think he ships to Canada.
We don't know. Don't hold Mark to that.
Yes.
Until you go there and it says it.
That's right. Mike said it, not Mark, okay? But I want to say, because I was actually watching a Mr. Smelly video this morning, and I want to say when he was giving his myfragrancesamples.com, 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 I thought he said Canada or Puerto Rico.
I'll have to double check that.
Yeah. He actually had an interesting video of basically saying the fragrance community is dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Why does he think that?
He went over some of the past legends that were doing it for the love of the game.
Okay.
And he was basically saying these guys, they had their day jobs. They were doing it because they had passion for fragrances.
Yeah.
And because I guess fragrance community really blossomed under that. And now those guys have taken a back seat, and now all the new guys are basically just shilling and asking for money, himself included. And he agrees that. He goes, I don't think it's a bad thing to make money off of this.
Yeah.
But because it's shifted so hard, it's become two factions of the fragrance fragrance community, which are the buyers and the sellers, baby. And it's the people who are reviewing fragrances, getting money, and then the people that are pissed off that they're getting money for reviewing fragrances.
We try to, we're not making any money off of this technically. So,
yeah.
But I think me and you we're trying our best to like thread that line as best as we can. It's not something we can obviously, do for free for the rest of our lives, but it is a fun little hobby right now.
And I like the way it is. Honestly, last week, because of all you guys being so generous and buy me a coffee, you guys fully funded 4 episodes.
Yeah, really awesome. Thank you guys. Seriously.
Listener wise. So we really didn't even need to take any sort of sponsorship money in to cover that completely, at least the cost of getting the fragrances, having stocks on little spray testers, and then paying Todd what he's worth, which is not much.
Not much at all. Poor bastard.
But we were able to break even just off of Buy Me a Coffee. So guys, thank you so much for doing that. That's extremely generous of you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, there is like a weird line. I do think I'm with most people out there. I am not a big fan when I feel like the person that I'm watching or listening to, whatever it may be, is just vehemently selling.
Yeah, I think there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
I like the way Mr. Smelly does it because he is basically just taking super chats.
Yeah, that one's smart. I like that.
And he had a point because he had talked about it. People get even pissed off about that he's taking super chats. But he says
that's his time.
When you have so many comments going on and they're commenting to each other, not stopping the show to read every single conversation that's going on inside of the chat, that when people want something highlighted or they want a topic to be discussed by the panel, that they're doing a super chat. And it could be as little as $1.
Yeah.
But they're doing that to highlight that so it can actually be a subject of conversation as opposed to just going, hey, I don't like CH for men. It makes me fucking sick. Somebody else going, I love the sugar cube smell. That type of stuff going on. So I don't know. Listeners, I'm curious what you have to say.
Yeah, because our sponsorship things that we've tried to work out, we've tried to make it something that allows us to have the freedom to say what we want. I think we've done a good job of that.
Yeah.
And, I don't mind Mr. Smelly's approach either. Like with the super chat thing, I can't believe people get upset about that because that is his time.
For sure.
Let me just put this to you. Maybe I'm going a little too deep here. Mike, stop me if I am.
Okay.
But some of the equipment we have, and granted, Mike has purchased quite a bit of it. It's like,
hey, don't be tough on yourself, Ryan. You did buy a mic stand.
But some of this shit is expensive. Now, we've rolled it into what our day job is, but still, anytime you've seen us live, that's like just the camera body alone is like $2,000.
Yeah, well,
just the camera body, not the lighting. One of the lights,
not the lighting, not the lens, not the tripod it sits on, not the SSD it's recording to, all that stuff. That doesn't matter though. That's part of the investment that we make as content creators and people that enjoy doing that.
Well, true. And what I was trying to say, though, I don't know Mr. Smelly's setup, but it doesn't matter if it's a $500 setup or a $5,000 setup. That's his setup that costs money and his time. So, I don't see nothing wrong with him doing super chats and stuff.
I don't either. The only thing I do have a problem with in the fragrance community is somebody being dishonest about what they think about a fragrance because they're going to get a kickback if they sell it.
Fuck yeah.
Only thing that I have against it.
I was literally thinking about, we got to move on here in a second, but I was literally thinking about this last night. I think I was just driving. I was thinking about it, but we don't get approached by anybody, which we're too small anyway. But I think in the future, I don't foresee us really getting approached by perfume houses and stuff, maybe here and there. But I just want to say, I really think a lot of them are making a mistake by not being more open and just allow people to think what they want to think about something because it's so subjective.
Right.
I know their game is to sell, obviously.
Yeah, you can't make a product based on subjective preference of individuals.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're creating something for specific individuals and not for mass market.
Yeah.
As much as I'm sure they'd love for it to be widely accepted, they have to know they're creating with certain preferences in mind.
Yeah.
For them not to let people have an opinion on it is kind of weird.
It is. Like, I would personally will respect any perfume house that can go, hey, I'm just throwing an example. Let's just say Cuba, no. They give Cubano something and he just fucking dunks on it. He says, God, this smells like fucking piss. And then go, hey, that's your take. We really appreciate it. You know, I can kind of vibe that. Raja actually said that on one of, I think it was actually
Creation E.
Yeah, he was like, I can't stand this opening. And they were proud that they still highlighted the fragrance. That to me means a lot more than I think we've heard from, I'm not going to say a name, but we've heard from one reviewer where the moment they said they're going to be honest or they have been honest, it's like they cut all ties.
Yeah. And
So
taking
weird.
those type of sponsorships does make it difficult
Yeah,
to not take their word if they really love something versus they really hate something.
exactly.
And with that, let's move on into today's sponsor, squarespace.com, where you can get a perfect website. I'm just kidding.
He's kidding. We're not sponsored by it.
We spend $6 a month on Linktree. So,
Yeah.
okay, well, it was a sample from you
Yes.
because you think ladies would really like it, right?
I really do.
Yeah, sample for me as well for that opinion. But as far as myself, got to go with a skip, doesn't resonate with my personality or my take on fragrances in general.
Yeah.
It's a skip for me. And with that, we move on into our scent of the day, Ryan, for Danny.
That's right, you freaking linguist. We got something for you.
CH Men by Carolina Herrera. Here we go. Hit the music again, Todd.
You hitting it up?
It's my turn?
I guess. I don't know. I'm not keeping up. Go for it.
I think I did the last one. It's your turn.
Oh, God. He switched the labels. It's Stranger's Perfumery.
That's a smart idea. I'm going to do that.
I would fucking kill. Okay.
Here we go. I've already finished my Kojo Roastery coffee for the day, so I can spray it all willy-nilly. Interesting. Right off the bat.
Definitely, it's not like a game changer fragrance, but it's not bad.
Wow, it's almost kind of sweet, woodsy.
Yeah, but I am worried it's going to get to freaking nothing but smell like pancakes or something sugary later.
It does kind of have an earthy vibe to it. This is interesting.
I've yet to pull the card up with my hand. I'm trying my best to just try to take in the waft here.
This is not at all what I expected it to be.
I guess it's not for me either. It's definitely not bad.
Which I think it's funny that, just side note, Michael had emailed us, and remember, he was like, hey, stop doing all the top 10 stuff. Immediately next episode, we're reviewing this one, which it's a lot of those. But Michael did send us an email, and he was like, hey, I think you guys made me out to be an asshole, but I was really just kind of, being catty with you guys, which we didn't take any offense to it whatsoever. We appreciate the email in general, but he did send us some coffees. He said, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I was looking on, and here's a few fragrances I'd like for you guys to review that you can get your hands on.
Yeah. He was like, I've already checked them out. They're at myfragrancesamples.com. So if you say you can't get them, you're a fucking
Fuck
liar.
you. Yeah. Well, guess what, Michael? We've got Slow Explosions by Imaginary Authors coming for you. That'll be up in a few episodes. Thanks again for being part of the community and giving us a little fun back and forth. That was great.
For sure. All right. Back to this.
Do you get a little bit of a interesting cucumber vibe going on? A little twinge? Something in there that kind of just strikes?
Yeah, I can feel that. Mike's mind controlling me again, but yeah, I can.
Do you feel like you're wanting to hand over your debit card right now?
Every time we listen to these back, Mike's always like, does it smell? And he like says something really significant. I'm like, yeah, it kind of does. I'm just like,
I guess so, yeah.
But no, I kind of get what you're saying.
This reminds me of a fragrance I've smelled before.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, man. Does it remind me of, kind of reminds me of Hollister a little bit. Not like a identical twin.
Yeah, I don't know. I am going to say this, though. I'm starting to not like it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the opening was actually pretty interesting, though. I'm not liking what it's drying down to.
I can see why this is a designer, massively accepted fragrance.
Yeah, and we'll get into it. We're skipping to it. Who the hell's wearing this mic?
Hold on.
Oh,
we hadn't talked about trend. We hadn't talked about price.
It's between $50, $60.
Yeah, you can go to discounters and it's all over the place, right?
Yeah, for like 100 ml. Trending, not so hard.
Well,
and I can kind of tell why. It's not that the first review you read, it's not a bad smell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that it's not a nice smell.
There's so many negatives in there. I don't know if it's actually a positive or what. But
yeah, he's like Trump speaking.
Yeah. It's like any angle you take, it's right.
Right.
It's not bad, but I do have to say I really feel like this is a younger smell. I would not wear this whatsoever.
It does feel a little bit younger, and that's why it really reminds me of Hollister a little bit.
I can get with that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, forgive me, any of you out there, this is like your fucking scent of the day for your rest of your life, and you're 73 or something. But yeah, I feel like this is like a really young person smell.
If you love Hollister, this is a better version of Hollister without the inner tube smell.
Really?
I really feel like that.
It's not super loud. It's really kind of sweet, tingy.
It has that tinge. That's why I was like, man, it almost has like that bitter bite. I kept saying cucumber, but it really could be anything. Well, Ryan, that leads me to ask the question, who's wearing this?
Yeah, I think they just woke up. They step out of bed.
Their mom's calling up.
Pancakes are ready, dear.
So they run down their stairs.
They've got their bunny slippers on. Their Pokemon matching PJ set.
Their mom has their clothes set out for them. They slap all that on, throw a book back on, and they go to middle school.
There you go.
Yeah, this shit is young smelling to me,
It's
man.
young. It's not middle school, but it's definitely a high school, freshman college sort of a...
Freshman college?
Yeah.
Freshman college?
What the hell?
Ain't no way.
What in the hell?
Let me tell you, I swear to God, I was look, this isn't any bullshit. I was wearing fucking
Original Giorgio
of Beverly Hills. Okay?
Yeah,
I was
you were wearing that
shit.
since kindergarten.
Dude,
though.
fuck yeah, I had been. My dad was slapping that shit on me. There's no fucking way I'd wear something this soft going in.
man.
Even into middle school, I wouldn't wear this.
I think if you're a young man, this is a fucking hit maker right here.
Oh my God. Stop
It is.
lying to these
I
people.
am not lying. As much luck as I have with Hollister by Hollister. Oh, well, I think it's called SoCal by Hollister, but it used to just be the Hollister scent.
Guys, I'm telling you, this shit, no.
It's just like a sweet dirty. It just smells like a sweet dirty. And let's be honest, that's what college is about.
Oh, dude. I'm telling you, man. Or women. Whoever. Don't buy into Mike's hype over here. This shit, no. This is so weird. I really think about shit like this. I'm like, what? Who is the person that really wears this shit? It's not bad. I know I'm sounding like a dickhead right now. Fine. Call me that. But
I do often.
but it's like, for real, it's too, I don't know, meandering and like,
What the meandering?
yeah, it's just kind of meandering around in the air. It's just fucking dumb as shit smelling.
That's dumb as shit.
It's not great, man.
It's not terrible either, though.
It's so middle of the road. It's like, why would you spend money on it?
Ladies and gentlemen of the podcast, don't let Ryan's sophisticated taste in fragrances deter you from trying the simpler things in life.
Hey, I can tell you guys something that costs $17 will blow this out of the water.
Hit them.
Giorgio Beverly Hills.
No, that's definitely not for everybody.
No, this, I don't know, man. I just feel like there's way more interesting things for the same price range.
Maybe so, but a simple sample wouldn't be bad.
Well, let's get into it then.
Okay. Skip it.
Sample it.
Buy it.
What are you going to do, Mike? Since you've hyped it up, put your money where your mouth is and choke on it.
You gonna let me talk or you gonna keep fucking running your mouth? I think this is a sample.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad. It really isn't. It's a better version of what I liked about Hollister, honestly. It's sweet. It's still got like a woodsy, earthy sort of thing going on, which is nice.
Yeah.
Is it complex in any way? Absolutely not. But what designer fucking middle of the road fragrances are, this is one, if you want something that's going to be easy to wear and you're a younger dude,
Yeah.
this is not for our 30-year-olds and up fragrance.
Yeah.
I do feel like it's too young for that.
Yeah.
It's a little more on the playful, slightly more immature side. But if you want to bridge the gap between really sweet fragrances like 1 Million and stuff like that, and you want to lean a little woodsier,
I don't know. I just feel like it's so young smelling to me. I mean, maybe it's a sample if maybe you and your buddies, you have a clubhouse or something, and maybe one of your friends says, and y'all want to see a dead body.
wow, they're a lot younger in that movie.
You want to go trekking across the fields. This is your scent right here, man.
Wow, I was thinking more if you're Jack, Robin Williams. You're younger, but you look a little on the older side.
Oh, man.
Some fucking Benjamin Button going on.
It's such a weird fragrance. It's not a bad smell, people. I promise you. I'm not dunking on it for it smelling bad, but it just has something to it that just feels so generic and young. I feel like if I was in high school, and even if I was a freshman, I showed up and was wearing this, besides already looking goofy as hell as I did back then and still do.
I would wear this over 1 million.
No.
You would rather wear 1 million by Paco Rabanne.
Fuck yes.
Really?
Dude, in a heartbeat.
Not me. Although, honestly, guys, it's dying down so fucking quick right now. It's a little bit stronger on the skin, but I've also been working today, so I got that kind of tacky sort of a feeling skin texture right now.
Yeah, everybody understands that, Mike. He was painting.
I was painting. Like Picasso.
Just flinging shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Man,
it's a goose.
I know that it's not this, but that tinginess with the sweet almost smells like a picklish type thing. I can't explain it, and I hate it. I can't do it.
Okay, well, we got to get out of here. We're talking circles now. We've rewinded and fast forward and rewinded again.
All right, it's a samplet from Mike. It's
absolutely a sample.
It's absolutely a skip from me, unless you and your friends are in a Stephen King novel or something. You're that young.
Yeah, maybe so. Okay, well, thank you guys for checking out this episode. Let's just see what kind of feedback we get. Are you in the boat with Michael to where we are just insult to injury here, doing too many of the commonly accepted fragrances? You want to hear more niche, more off the beaten path?
Yeah, let us know.
And if we've got some that we've purchased,
yeah,
we've got all different kinds of samples we can try. So
yeah, we can throw whatever up, I guess. And this one really brought me down. Man.
Yeah, you're really pissy right now.
Because, man, we throw this shit on. We're having to wear this. You know, I'm having to walk around and smell like this shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna spray some more on.
You can fucking have.
I'm gonna go hang out in a Hollister and look at some button-up plaid T-shirts and shit.
If you like today's episode and you want to hear more like it,
yeah, thecolonepodcast.com.
That's right. You can go there, write us an email, let us know what you think or what you'd like for us to smell, or you can buy us a coffee.
Yeah, we really would like to see this completely crowdfunded.
100%.
The freedom to be able to do whatever fragrance we want to do or whatever fragrance you guys request, and then be able to say whatever we want to about it.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Kind of holds the appeal of let's just bootstrap this thing.
Yeah, it gets me mega Hernsey.
Yeah, great. Well, let's end on that, Ryan. Until next time, spray it up, y'all.